So here you have Mamoos Kitchen breakfast scramble, and you have Mountainhouse breakfast skillet. So, like I said, I'm not. Hey Crusaders, Daryl here. Today we're going to do a comparison between Mamoos Kitchen breakfast scramble and White House Mountain breakfast skillet. All right, Crusaders, so let's break down some of the differences from what the packaging says between the Mamoos Kitchen and the Mountain House freeze-dried meals. So I'm going to start with Mountain House. Just one, they've been around the longest. And let's talk about the packaging. So the packaging, it says it's 3.7 ounces. And it says there's an overall total of 28 grams of protein. All right. So, and this is a 2 servings. And on the top of it, it says breakfast skillet, eggs with potatoes, pork, sausage, onions, and peppers. Now, reading the instructions, they're similar, but this takes 5 minutes, and then it says wait another 4 minutes to eat. And then Mamoos is, it takes, it says let sit 10 to 15 minutes. So they're still basically, if you wait that extra 4 minutes, they're still relatively the same time frame. We'll look on the back, the calorie breakdown. So the full pouch here is 520 calories, total fat 26 grams, saturated is 7, 0 trans fat, 520 milligrams cholesterol, sodium is 1420, total carbs 46 grams, 4 grams of dietary fiber, total sugars is 8, and the protein, I said 28 grams. Now, the thing about this is ingredients. It says pre-cooked egg mixture, and then the parentheses is whole egg stabilized, glucose removed. Non-fat milk, egg yolk stabilized, glucose removed, tapioca starch, sunflower oil, salt, smoke flavor, and then it says sunflower oil smoke flavor in parentheses also, yeast extract, xanthium gum. That just sounds disgusting. Potatoes. So that was just for the egg mix, okay? Potatoes. Potato sodium acid, phosphate. Good Lord. The pork. And I'm sure that is something that they do to stabilize it so it keeps whatever freshness. Pork sausage crumble. It says it contains pork, sea salt, cane sugar, spices, rosemary extract, chili pepper, and then onion, potato starch. The seasoning, it says maltodextrin, yeast extract, sea salt, natural flavor, contains canola oil, and then bell pepper, garlic powder, white pepper, and then it says contains egg white. Contains milk and eggs. So that's that. Now, with Mamoos, this is 5.7 ounces, where this is 3.7. So you're getting 2 more ounces. And it says total calories. This is also 2 servings, 8 ounces a serving. Total calories is 1040, which this is 520. Total fat, 71 grams, and that was 26. Saturated is 23 grams, 0 trans fat. Cholesterol is 795. Sodium is 2270 in milligrams. Total carbs is 49. Dietary fiber is 6. Total sugars is 7. Protein is 48 grams. When you look at overall protein, let's see, protein for the whole thing is 56. This is 48. But there's overall 96 grams of protein. Let's see. It comes ingredients. Here's the huge difference. The ingredients here is like 4 lines, and this is like 15. Ingredients: egg, hash brown potatoes, sausage, smoked link, pork, onions, cheddar cheese, bell pepper, celery salt, Cajun spices, black pepper, and then it contains egg, milk, and celery. So there you go. Now, what I would like to know is the shelf life of this, which it's dehydrated. I mean, it's freeze dried, and it is sealed in I'm sure this is some type of aluminum or mylar type material, just like the Mountainhouse. Mountainhouse says this is good until May of 2054. I don't think the Adventure Crusader is going to be alive that long, because we're in 24, so that's 30 more years. Possibly. I'll be 80-something years old and still be able to eat that. So I'm assuming since it's freeze-dried also, it should be about the same shelf life if needed. But everything I've heard, Mamoos is such an excellent flavor that you probably won't last that long on the shelves. Whether you want to cook your own meal from scratch or just, hey, I got Mamoos, let's do it. So the tea kettle is going, so let me move to the next step. All right, so I'm going to start with the Mamoos breakfast scramble because it says open pouch, remove oxygen absorber, add the 1.5 cups of hot boiling water. It says stir, reseal pouch, and let sit for 10-15 minutes. So let me grab a wooden spoon to stir, and then we'll get this opened up. All right, got a wooden spoon just because I know it's long enough. I may have to find a larger spoon when I go camping, but in my cook setup, I do have wooden spoons that are just as long, if not longer. So, all right, so rip from the tabs here. I didn't do a very good job ripping it. There we go. Finish opening it up. There we go. It says remove open pouch, step 1. Remove oxygen absorber, step 2. Man, that smells good. Just, it's not even cooking and it smells really good. Add the water. Holy smokes, it smells good. Stir it up. And I already see like huge chunks of, damn, that's gonna be good. And it says mix, stir, reseal pouch, and let sit for 10 minutes. So my clock over there says 11:20. So at 11:30, I'll go ahead and break into this. And I'll get my son, my oldest son, Jacob. He's my resident foodie, so he's going to be doing the taste test with me. So I'm going to go ahead and get another 1.5 cups of the boiling water, and we'll repeat the same thing, their steps, with the Mountainhouse. We'll see how it goes. All right, throw these away on my way to the stove. All right, so what I did, I actually found a longer spoon. So this is this. I washed this spoon off, so I'm not putting Mamoos Kitchen flavoring into the Mountainhouse. So let's do the same thing. It says open package, tear at the notches, and remove oxygen absorber. So that's what I'm going to do. There's the tear. Okay. Oxygen absorber. So smelling this one, it doesn't smell bad, but all I do is I'm smelling bell peppers. I'm not really smelling any seasoning or anything else, as opposed to Mamoos. I just, even before it was water on it, I smelled goodness. So I don't even know if you could put that in the words, but I smelled the different seasonings. So let's do the, it says carefully add 1 1/4. Up. So let me pour out a quarter water. All right, so it says pour in a 1 1/4 or 10 ounces into the patch. It says stir carefully. I guess their food is fragile if you have to stir carefully. All right. Well, when I stir it, or when I put it in, all I'm picking up is the bell pepper and sausage. Yeah, just sort of picking up the sausage now. It smells okay, but it doesn't smell anything like Mamoos. All right, so the clock says 11:24. So that was 4 minutes into it. So these should be done right about the same time. While I'm waiting, I can do a breakdown. So if you go to Mamoos website, Mamoos Kitchen website, and you sign up, you get, I believe it's a 10% off on your order. And this was $13.95 from Mamoos. And prior to our hurricane here in Florida, I picked this up at Walmart, and even on Walmart.com, it's $13.95. So you're paying the same price, although Mamoos has 2 more ounces, and so far it smells a whole lot better. Now, when I was at Walmart, I had to pay the taxes on this. With Mamoos, if you order and it's $75 or more, it's free shipping. So I bought a bunch of their stuff to test out, and so I got free shipping, so I didn't have to worry about shipping. On top of that, I got the 10% off. I actually used my buddy Ben's code, which is Semper Gumby, and I think it's Gumby 10, and that's what I used for this. So basically, whatever taxes would have been associated, my 10% off paid for the taxes. So right now, this is coming out less money. So you get more ounces, and I came out with less money. So Florida, I believe we're at 6% tax on stuff. So I would have paid the 6% on top of the $14 basically. So so right now I'm coming out ahead on Mamoos. Now, as far as ease of buying, their website is extremely easy, and it was shipped to me, I want to say it only took like 3 or 4 days from Louisiana. And the good thing about that is when I purchased it, they the folks from Mamoos were still on their way home from Overland America. And so they had an excellent process that they were able to still have people ship it out while they're on their way home from Overland America. This, of course, Mountainhouse has been around forever, and they're pretty much anywhere you can go, any Walmarts, so you can always just go pick up at a Walmart, or you can get on Walmart.com, stuff like that. So, but I think honestly the big test, not the big taste. I'm really can't wait for the big taste, but the big test is the taste. I'm excited. Talking with some of my other friends through the YouTube world, they basically like, this stuff is excellent. Give this to the less fortunate people. But I'm going to be open-minded. I know as far as cost, Mamoos is the first one. All right, Mamoos is the better option. As far as smells, opening the bag with the freeze-dried food, Mamoos is the better option. So I guess the next thing comes down to taste. And we have about 2 minutes until the reveal. So I'm going to go get my son Jake, who's my foodie, who's agreed to do the taste test with me, and we'll go from there. All right, everyone, we're ready to open it up. The clock on the stove says 11:30, so that's at 10 minutes because Mamoos says 10 to 15 minutes, and then the Mountain House says 5 minutes and let stand. So we'll open up the Mountain House first. Now, I knew what the smells were before we put the water in, so I'm going to let Jake open it up and hopefully without burning his nose hairs from the steam, get a good smell of what it smells like.
All right, let's go ahead. Oh.
What's that? What's that ooh smell?
It's definitely a smell.
It's a smell.
It is.
Okay.
I don't really know how to describe it. It's like that artificial smoke flavor. It hits you the second it.
Yep. All right. So there's still fluid in there. So I just mixed it up, and I'm gonna grab before I pour it onto the plate. If I can remember what my code is. All right. So I am going to. All right, so that's after almost 10 minutes. So that's what it looks like. Okay. All right, that's what it looks like. So here you have Mamoos Kitchen breakfast scramble, and you have Mountainhouse breakfast skillet. So
like I said, I'm not.
And so
I'm going to admit I'm not super excited about this one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
all right. So it's a little that, and it's
soupy.
Soupy.
That's how I would describe it.
And it's artificial smoke flavored smell. Okay. Now go ahead and open up Mamoos.
Oh yeah, that's much better. And that looks better too. That I'm actually.
Oh man,
that actually looks really good.
Yeah. So go ahead and stir it real quick. Just give it a little stir.
Yeah, it's like.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like all the liquids absorb. I mean, there's a little bit at the bottom.
That's fine. All right. So that's the 10 minutes. Man, I smell it over here. It smells good.
It does smell good.
All right. All right, that's what it looks like. So here you have Mamoos Kitchen breakfast scramble, and you have Mountain House breakfast skillet. So
like I said, I'm not.
Let's get this poured out on the plates, and then you guys can see it better. Okay. Here, let's do the Mountain House first.
I think we might need a bowl for this. Oh yeah, look at that. What did your friend say about this? It was crap. Don't do it.
So, all right. So hold on a second. That's for that spoon right there. And then here's Mamoos. Man, that just looks good right there too.
Yeah, and the craziest part is like, yeah, the bags are bigger, but like this is obviously like visually it's more like that. You have more stuff here. It doesn't look like it fell out of something.
Yeah,
and
so
like,
so really that's only 2 extra ounces of product.
But it's visually you can see it.
Yeah, and you can actually look at it, and you can see the different pork products. You can see the egg. You can see the seasoning on it, the hash browns.
Well, I mean, you can see it in this one too. It's just mushy, like that.
Yeah. You can see the soupiness because it hasn't fully absorbed, and this was even less water This was 1.25 cups of water, and this is 1.5 cups of
So
water.
that's already a bad take on the dehydration process.
I mean, when you look at the difference, I mean, that's crazy.
Like, I don't expect that this is going to taste terrible. It just looks terrible. This, I'm expecting to taste good, and it looks good.
All right, so my buddy Ben says with Mamoos, he loves to put it on a tortilla. So I got one out. I'm just going to eat it like this, but I brought the tortilla out in case Jake wants to try it.
I'm just going to eat it as is.
So let me get another fork. So we'll have the 2 Mamoo forks, and we'll have the 2 Mountainhouse forks.
Okay. It's just Scramble fruit. Yeah. I believe it.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's do the Mountainhouse first.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead. I'll try and get a little bit of everything on here.
Okay. Blow it so it's not burning your mouth.
Yeah, it's definitely pre-prepared. It's weird because outside of the peppers, it has no flavor. The sausage has like nothing to it. The eggs are bland and just like it's grainy. Like there's something like whatever they're using for the hash browns, like however they prepared these potatoes, it doesn't taste right.
It's almost like they shredded them and didn't season them, and they put them right.
But yeah, like nothing seasoned.
Yeah.
It's like the only flavor you get is the peppers. Like if those weren't in there, this would taste like nothing. It would taste like prison gruel.
Well, what I get is the peppers, which is funny because remember when I opened up the packaging, I said all I smell in the Mountainhouse was peppers. That's all I smelled.
All I smelled from this was the artificial smoke, and I don't even taste any of that. Like I don't taste any smokiness. It doesn't like.
Oh, I totally catch all that smoke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have that flavor. It's like it doesn't.
All right, so I just took a chunk of egg. So like here's the fork. Look, the fork it's giving me resistance. So even though the water was in that packaging longer than what they expected,
Sorry, it's
right?
look at that. Look at that. It's split.
You bite into it.
No, he's not lying. Like this tiny piece gave me resistance. It's an egg.
It's almost like
Oh, it's chewy.
tasteless cardboard.
It's chewy taste.
All right, so I'm good tasting that.
Yeah. All right. Time to the thing that I actually look forward to.
All right. It should be cool enough. You should be able to.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try getting better.
Yeah.
Forkful.
Oh man, look at all that pork and.
I might need a spoon. There we go.
Oh my goodness, that's a good look right
That's
there.
a good look. Hands down better. Wait, I don't even need to. The food's actually seasoned. It has flavor. The sausage actually has something to it. The potatoes taste good. The eggs taste good. Like this is just better.
Mmm.
I'm like, yeah, the eggs don't give me resistance when I poke them with a fork. Look at that. So, having worked in a grocery store for a fair amount of time, if you find a product that has something akin to a label like this, relatively like bland, it's going to taste good because it means that all of the money went into making something decent, not into marketing. If you see something that looks like this, it's probably going to taste like it looks.
Which is not very appetizing.
No, not
Now, I will say that if I'm trapped somewhere and I run out of Mamoos Kitchen and it's either die or pull out that package of Mountainhouse that you've had in your car for like 10 years, I will eat the Mountain House. I'm not going to purposely let myself die.
Well, yeah, but it's like the comparison of if I was trapped in the desert and I had no water, would I drink my own urine? The answer is yeah, probably, but it's not. I'm not going to give it a 5-star review. It's piss.
Yeah, it's piss.
This is the same thing with this. It's like, would I give this a hearty recommendation? Only if you were starving.
So what gets me is, this says this is 2 servings. I don't know, man. I think like 3 people could at least eat off of this. What do you think?
3 normal people. This is probably about 2 servings for someone like me.
my foodie. So now here's the dilemma. What do we do with that?
I don't know. Does that family of cats still live under the shed?
So it looks like we're having Mamoos Camp Kitchen, Mamoos Breakfast Scramble for breakfast today. And it looks like Mountainhouse.
That's going to the birds.
No, I don't know. I'm not going to waste it. So I may just put it in some storage container and just eat on it while I'm at work because I have a microwave at my office. So I don't want to let it go to waste.
Well, I look at it this way. If you're going to eat it like that, at least grab some seasonings from the pantry and like mix something in to make it taste. Like put some cheese on it or something. Like make it get some flavor.
Cheese. Which this has cheese, doesn't it? Yep. Look. Ingredients: scrambled eggs.
Cheese.
Check. Cheese. Check.
Well, you can see it right
smoked
here on top of the
sausage. Okay. Actual smoked sausage, not pork with smoked flavoring. Hash brown potatoes. Check. Along with peppers, onions. Now, I don't taste a whole lot of onions, which is fine with me, but I taste the peppers, the Creole seasonings. Man, that sucker comes out and pops your taste buds right away.
You can taste it.
It says, seasonings deliver a hearty breakfast to fuel you through the day. That is 100% correct. So
I usually don't think much about animals that get killed for meat because it's meat. I like meat. But these pigs died in vain.
They suffered.
These pigs died in vain. This is sad.
Okay.
Like their sacrifice didn't go to anything worthwhile. It makes me feel bad.
So now here's the next question. I have a couple more Mamoos Kitchen meals that I may do down the road. Now, I also have Mamoos, what are they? Ice cream sandwiches and freeze-dried sandwiches. And I also have Mountain House freeze-dried sandwiches.
Oh,
those, depending on who made the ice cream sandwich, probably going to be very similar. But let me tell you, I have to say Mamoos is the winner here. What do you think?
Well, considering the fact that like as I was eating this, I actually caught a piece of steak that had like actual fat in it, like genuine, like this is actual,
maybe a grizzled piece or
yeah,
something
like
like
a grizzled piece of sausage. This is a hearty recommendation. Like this actually has flavor to it. This is just bland. This is just bad.
Yeah.
Like it looks, it genuinely does look like something that you would see served in like. What would be a good comparison? Like I don't know what it looks like Nutriloaf that you would see in like a jail.
Well, here's a big piece of egg right here. Mm-hmm. So let me see if it tastes like cardboard like that one over there.
You're right.
So
look at this one, just covered in cheese.
I went right through it. There's no resistance like that egg over there. You do get that cheese flavoring.
Yeah. This is actually like genuinely good food.
Man, this is really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, I understand what my buddies were saying about how good it was, but I honestly was reserving the right to make my own opinion on it.
Because you have to give everything a fair shake. But like, I mean, look at the state of the plates now. Like this one compared to that one, it already shows. It's like.
I mean, we've been eating on it, and now it looks like it's the same amount of food.
Yeah, right? The same amount of food, and it's better.
And every time, I mean, when you take this next bite and just let the flavors fill your mouth.
Yeah. I mean,
You feel the moisture in it. You feel, yeah.
Because the actual breakfast flavor. That was just good. Like, I mean, if I was going to fix this, I mean, cheese, maybe a little bit of smoked paprika, salt, pepper, like actual salt.
Yeah.
Because
So my wife doesn't like to be on camera, but I'm going to let her taste it real quick, and I'll get back with her decision on it. All right, guys. Let me stop eating real quick.
I'm going to keep eating. That's actually good.
All right, so Jake's going to keep eating. So my overall, I'm going to say we give it 4 thumbs up, right? Mine 2 and your 2?
I give it 2 thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess hands down.
Like I said, overall value, Mamoos Kitchen. Overall price, once you get the free shipping and use the discount code, Mamoos Kitchen. Quantity, Mamoos Kitchen. Quality, yes, thank you. Quality, Mamoos Kitchen. And the big thing, flavor.
Yeah. Well, like that
Mamoos
goes
Kitchen.
Well, that goes hand in hand with the quality, because it's like, you know, you could give me 2 bags of this and be like, well, it's more, but it doesn't taste like it tastes like cardboard. It tastes like styrofoam. You know, I wouldn't want 2 bags of it.
Yeah, I don't know what they did with I honestly don't know how they prepared their eggs or what they did with their eggs.
In a factory.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually tell that these eggs were cooked. Those, to me, remind me of when I was in the Navy and we ran out of fresh eggs and they used the carton eggs. Or the powdered eggs. That's what it reminds me of.
It's like the shit that they use in fast. Sorry, it's like what they use in fast food. You know.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of like, yeah, like you said, carton eggs. It's like,
and if
oh god, look at
that fork is meeting resistance. That is crazy.
Like, admittedly, I'm not putting a lot of force behind it, but you're not supposed to. It's an egg.
It's meeting resistance. That's terrible. And like I said, it was the same boiling water.
This one I couldn't even.
It
put
was.
Look at that.
It was.
Oh, there it goes. I just broke it.
It broke it in half. The same boiling water, roughly the same amount of time. Now, this was right at 10 minutes. So it says 10 to 15 minutes. So I don't really know if that extra 5 minutes would have really did anything.
Honestly, I think if you left it in for 5 more minutes, it probably would have burned it. But
well, it would have really.
It
wouldn't have burned it, but it mushed it. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I'd say 10 minutes is fine for that.
Yeah,
like that's good enough.
But that was left in the time, and it's just, I don't know, man. That's sort of, and if it wasn't for the bell pepper or the fake smoke, that wouldn't. I'm sorry, that wouldn't have any flavor at all.
What kind of worries me too is like the freeze drying process itself, because like going off of like there's basically no liquid. I mean, there's condensation, sure, but like there's basically no liquid in this one. In this one, it's
starting to dry up.
Yeah, sort of, but it's because it's all getting absorbed into.
It almost looks like if there was more liquid in it, it could be like a breakfast scramble stew.
Basically,
where this is a breakfast scramble.
So it kind of makes me wonder, like, what's the difference in like how long these will last you? Because this one,
well, that one says it's good until May of 2054.
I don't believe that.
Well, as long as you don't open it, yeah. But so, all right, Crusaders. So I'm gonna let my son get back to what he's doing, but first he's gonna say to like,
comment, and subscribe.
Yep, and don't forget to share it. All right. So I'm going to let my wife taste this, and then I will get back with you in just a minute.
And for God's sakes, please recommend him good food in the comment section, because I don't want to have to eat more of this.
Yeah. Well,
it's entertaining, sure, but I would rather eat this.
I have more of Mamoos Kitchen. I have a seafood blend.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
No. I mean, everything I've heard, man, it has chunks of crab, and it's Gulf of Mexico shrimp. Because these folks are out of Louisiana, so I don't know unless people are transplanted from somewhere else in the world. I haven't met a person in Louisiana that can't cook. So just saying, they're all about the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's good local, and I'm sure they get their eggs probably from a local farmer, and I'm sure the smoked sausage. I mean, we're in the South, man. Everybody smokes everything. You make your own pork, you smoke your own meats. So I'm sure if they don't do all that themselves, I'm sure they get it from probably a good friend of theirs that it's into that kind of business. So yeah, I don't know. I can just keep rambling about how good this stuff is, and
How bad that is.
how not so good that stuff is. So
You can just be. I mean, you don't have to be diplomatic about this. It's not like there's a sponsorship or anything. Like
That's
this
true,
is
but-
bad. This is just flat out. That's not good.
I mean, I smell those peppers all the way over here. That's how strong the pepper is. Smells. But all right, guys. So I'll get back with you in just a minute. My great thanks to my favorite oldest son, Jacob, and then he has a younger brother, Corson, which is my favorite youngest son, but he is my foodie. So thank you for your honest opinion on these things. I didn't want to come
problem.
across like I've been tainted with comments from other people about how good this is. So
Yeah, as a passive observer, that's crap. This is genuine.
yeah, this is good, man.
That's my fork.
Oh, it's so good, man. I don't care whose fork. Here it is, 20 minutes later.
Yeah, A+.
Still has an excellent flavor. So let me get back to you in just a minute. I'm gonna let my wife taste these, and I'll give you her opinions on it. So hang tight.
This is what I look at. This is not bad. Or like you show up somewhere to go camping and you forget to get something. This is not bad. But like this, I would actually like
Cook it just to
be
have the meal.
happy to have this.
Yeah.
This is like something that I would crave. This is something that would fill your stomach, and it's not bad, but I like this one a lot better.
Okay, Crusaders, so I hope you liked this video, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And as always, God bless, and I hope to see you on your own adventure. Hey Crusaders, Daryl here. So I just want to give you an update on the Mamoos versus Mountainhouse. So I took the remaining serving of Mountainhouse with me to school today for breakfast. And I have to tell you, I did add some seasoning to the breakfast skillet, and it was a whole lot better because it had some more flavoring added to it. So I still had a hard time getting over the imitation smoke, but the skillet was substantially better when I added some seasoning. And it seemed like the eggs hydrated fully, and so I didn't meet resistance with the eggs. So it was better. I still believe Mamoos beat it hands down with the quantity, the quality, and also the taste. So that's my opinion, and I just wanted to give you that update on that. So God bless, and hope to see you on your own adventure.